Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lori and I'm the face behind Entretejidos Crochet and Lori's Crafty Corner. It's been a while since, I think it's been almost a month since I last did my Get It Made challenge, and we're gonna do another one. This time around, I'm gonna pick three patterns that I haven't made to make them. But the way that this video is going to be structured is we're gonna pick all of we're gonna let the winner wheel pick all of let it pick the pattern and let it pick the colors. And then once I'm done with all three, we'll gather back around and talk about how it went, if I liked it, if I didn't, and so on and so forth, okay? So now what we're going to do is flip over and I'm going to show you, hopefully we get some good ones. The first 2 or 3 times that I've done it, it's been a good thing. Hopefully it's the same this time around. Okay, so flip you over. Okay, so this is where I store all of my patterns, at least all the not yet made patterns. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I re-looked at some of them because I was like, wait, I've done this one, I've done the other one. So I just pulled them out, and these over here, these folders are empty. They're just placeholders so that I know, okay, A patterns, these are all the patterns that start with the letter A. And again, this is what I mean about the file name. If the file name starts with A, it could be, like for this one is all from Jade and it's a turtle. You would think, well, turtle goes with T. No, I go by the file name. The other thing that I noticed is that while some of them have quite a bit of patterns, like letter C has a bunch, and I think the other one is the letter M, has a bunch of patterns in them. There are a few, for example, there's one over here. See, letter Q does not have any patterns. So when I go into the winner wheel, I'm just going to like pick them out, pull out the letter Q, just so that we get some good ones. So we have to take out no letter Q, and I have to take out letter U, V, and X and Z. So we have to take 5 letters out. The other thing that I've noticed since making this pattern, this challenge, is I need to stop buying patterns. Let me check real quick how many we have. We're gonna do a little bit of math. So, okay, 295 minus the letters of the alphabet, which are 27. 295 minus 27. Just a little bit of elevator music for you all. 268 patterns, which is not that bad, considering that my last video was 276, but in the previous video I had not further filtered out the some of the patterns that I had made as pattern tests. So without further ado, okay, so we have to take letter Z out, letter X, V, U, and Q. Okay, so we have 21 entries. So let's see what our first pattern is going to be. Here's my handy dandy notebook where I did my math and where I'm jotting down notes. So the first pattern is going to start with the letter. Okay, so we have the letter W. For the purpose of this video, I am then going to remove this letter so that we can have a bit of more of a randomized pick. So let's go over to our little thingamabobber, and the letter W is right over here, and we have 1, 2, and 3 patterns. So back to the winner wheel. I have another tab here, and I'm going to input 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let's spin it. Those patterns were pretty good. Ooh, letter 3. Wow, that's specific. Okay. Number 3. So 1, 2 over here, and 3. Okay, so we're going to make the woolly Kirby. So it's woolly amigurumi or woolly crochet. She has a bunch of really cute patterns. So this is what we're going to make. It's made in worsted weight yarn, but I'm gonna use probably Parfait chunky. Probably, we'll see. Now we need the color. So the colors, I've put red, pink, blue, green, yellow, orange, black, gray, white, brown, beige, and purple. I purposely put them into like different, like out of order, so that it's even more randomized. Okay, so here we go. I hope it's a cute color, or at least a good color to, okay, green. So we're making a green Kirby. Green Kirby for our first pattern. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same thing over for our second pattern. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm going to remove the letter W. And now we have the letter E, okay? Letter E, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a good thing we can count, because apparently when we are crocheting, we don't know how to count. So we have 9. And I'm gonna add the numbers until we get to 9. Turn it around. Okay, we have the letter 3. I keep saying, actually no, it's 4. Okay, let's see what's number 4. Number 4, letter E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, it's a squid. So it's the enchanted hollow squid. So I'm writing that down here. Here's a little how it looks. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. Okay, so far we have a Kirby, a green Kirby that we have to make. Now we have to make a squid, and let's see what color that squid is going to be. So apparently the winner wheel likes green, so we're gonna make a green squid, which is good because as I've been caking up my yarn stash, I have quite a bit of green, so it's good. It's good. It's fine. We'll work with it. Okay. Our third pattern, and I'm going to take out the letter E just to be fair. Here we go. Okay, we have letter G. Move on over to our handy dandy letter G folder. And we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. E, they're so cute. I don't know. Okay, let's check the number. So now I'm going to take out, here we go, let's see. Please be the gardener. Please be the gardener. Although I'm not mad if it's the other 2 patterns, which is an elephant and a sloth. Ooh. Number 3, I believe it's the Sloth. Yes, it's the Sloth, Sydney the Sloth by God's Creations. Yay! Okay. Okay, now let's see. Hopefully we get a different color from green, although it wouldn't be such a bad thing, but here we go. Green again. All right, so I guess we are going on a green spree. Let me just finish rating. So here's what we got. Pattern number 1, a green Kirby. Pattern number 2, a green Squid. And pattern number 3, a green Sloth. Now, as I start making these, I'll pick out the colors, I'll check in and show you what I've picked for those. Okay, so check back in a little bit. Bye. Okay, we're back and all 3 plushies have been finished. Now, just as a reminder, we were supposed to make a green Kirby, a green Squid, and a green Sloth, as was selected by the winner wheel. I'm going to show you the plushies that I made in the order that the winner wheel picked them. So the first thing that we're going to start with is the Squid pattern. It's called the Arrow Squid pattern from Enchanted Hollow, and this is how he turned out. I am slightly obsessed with it. This is such a cute and fast make. It's no-sew. Even though I think she categorizes it as low sew, I would say it's no-sew because you crochet these longer tentacles and then just like tie them into the center. I don't count that as sewing. Love this pattern. It's really easy to follow, even though, and I do have to include the user error sort of part here, because the instructions were written clearly. It's just that my brain wasn't braining that day, and I did have like a struggle making these little flippers, or I don't know, this shape right here, but I read it, I reread it, I had to work it all out myself. But after I worked it out, I was like, wait, it makes perfect sense. But for some reason, my brain was not computing. I think you were able, like I made this in quite some little like sit downs, but it's a really quick make. The safety eyes are from Sweetberry Creations, and they are 30mm eyes. I believe this is called Sage, and it's Basix Chenille from Premier Yarns. It's their blanket yarn textured yarn. It is thinner than Bernat Blanket, but not like a whole lot. Like I use both interchangeably. In fact, here we go. This anchor over here, the main color, which is that like raspberry color, is actually Basix Chenille. And the little baubles for the tentacles were made in Bernat Blanket. I used the same hook for both. You can use them interchangeably, you can use them together, so yeah. The next pattern that the winner wheel picked was the Kirby pattern from Woolly Crochets. Here he is. I'm slightly obsessed with it because he's just like so chonky. For him, when I read the pattern to start off is written and used with worsted weight yarn. Now if you were to use Parfait Chunky and yeah, make the pattern as is, it would be a really big Kirby that you end up with. But I used pixie dust, and it's like that fluffy, kind of glittery. I really don't think the camera is picking it up, but yeah, I used like the lighter green color to make him. I did use a 4-point crochet hook with it, and I just think he turned out the perfect size. Almost basically the same as what it would be with worsted weight yarn. I used Parfait Chunky for the feet and felt eyes. The pattern does include, so when you buy the pattern, and this is something that I just find so phenomenal with Woolly Crochet's patterns, is that if she uses felt eyes on her items, she includes like the SVG file or something that you can use to get the same sort of eyes or accessories. This one includes the eyes, so if you have a Cricut or another sort of cutting machine, you can cut out the felt eyes, the mouth, as well as like the little blush segments. So that's like awesome. But for me, I did use felt eyes. These felt eyes I got from Sweetberry Creations, and the mouth was from Brunchesca Designs. What I'm going to do with this sort of video is that in the description box, you'll find like the pattern, who's it by, and then the yarn that I used with like the felt eyes and everything. So if you're interested in supporting any of these small businesses, you know where to find the things. Also, if you like any of the plushies that I show you in these sorts of videos, just check back like towards the end of the month, which is when, after I do the everything I made in X month video, that's when I upload any and all of the plushies that I can't keep onto my Etsy shop. So the last one, to be honest, I was working, I can't say that the pattern is a love-hate relationship. No, it was more, and I think it had to do with the fact that as I was making him, I was doing a bunch of different things. I was trying to finish up caking up my entire yarn collection. I was also trying to finish some pattern tests. I had a couple appointments to go to, so I feel that I just had a lot of things going on, and it wasn't that sort of project where I would like crank it out like in 1 or 2 sittings, which is usually what it takes me to finish a project, regardless of the size, and except for anchors. Anchors do take me quite a bit of time. They do take me, if I'm committed and I'm not doing any other projects, they take me about 3 days to do. So yeah, but I did finish the Sloth, even though it took me like 5 days. It's not that the pattern was difficult. It's just that I would literally just sit down for a bit, crochet, maybe just finish a leg or an arm, and then I'd be having to like stop and then do something else and then come back to it. And I think that that's why at some point when I was making it, I did not like it. But now I do. I love it. I am excited for it. I'm gonna show you. So keeping with the green theme, because apparently the winner wheel wanted things to be green this time around, here's my green sloth. I'm obsessed. I find that he's just so cute. So the pattern is by Hannah from Gotts Creations. That's Gotts Creations. And this is her Sydney the Sloth pattern. I'm so excited for it. This is, I used for the body Snowcone, and it's the darker green. Snowcone from Premier Yarns has 2 colors, 2 green colors. It has more than more colors than just two, but 2 green colors. One is green apple, which is like it almost looks like a mint when you look at it from afar. And it also uses, and it has like this darker green, I just don't recall the name for it. But I used that for the body. What I love about Snowcone is it feels like a towel, like you're holding a nice squishy towel. That's the texture of it. It's different from the blanket yarn. So for the main one, I used Snowcone, and then for the eye patches and the accent color for the face, I used Parfait Chunky. This is Emerald, and this one is Seaweed Salad. The felt eyes and felt mouths are from Bruncesca Designs. I also went with like green for the eyes as well. Then the rest, I added like some details with some of the Parfait Chunky yarn. The head and body is no sew, as well as the arms. The only thing that you need to sew on are these eye patches. That's the only thing. And I'm pretty sure if you're savvy with the hot glue gun, I'm pretty sure you can like work something out with that. But what's cool about it is that you start to work out the face like this, and then you switch to the body, which is just, it blew my mind how she designed the, like how you construct Sydney. So these are all my little green buddies from the Get It Made challenge. I know I spoke a little bit about the difference in yarns. If you're interested in something like that, please comment down below, like, hey, let's talk about yarns, like different colors, different weights, different textures, and I'll get right to it. As much as I like making crochet items, I like talking about yarn and the texture. For those of you that live in the States and, you know, you have Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, different stores where you can get yarn and you can actually touch them, you're incredibly blessed. Like the nearest thing I have here is Walmart, and Walmart has a limited stock. So whenever I get the chance, the first thing I do is touch it. Please check out the description box below for any and all the information related to these cuties that were made over the course of a week. And yeah, I'll see you back soon in another video.